What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspirations series. We're starting things off today with the HSI, something like that. Heracles. I don't know. Read the description. I will note this: you won't see the little corner thingy-mabobbers at the moment. That I've been doing in my episodes, mainly because if you watched my normal Space Engineers episode yesterday, you'll know that I had a hard drive failure, which is where that was stored. So yeah, and I'm still working on the drive to see what's recoverable and if anything's recoverable, so I haven't taken the time to actually make new title corner thingies. So unfortunately, when I no doubt butcher the names of these builds, please check the description where they will be handy dandy and written out so you can read them for yourself. Having said that, after reading the description, this is a vanilla ship designed to be a flagship for a fleet. So its primary focus is fighters, weapons, and a command type structure. So it's supposed to sit in the back and kind of view how the battle's going, unload weapons, unload fighters, that kind of thing. And also there's two bridges which I'm interested to see, because one is for the ship and then one's for fleet command, which is kind of an interesting idea, especially given that it's vanilla. So we have the two main hangar doors here, which we'll have to probably get into the ship in order to see how those work. But I did like the outside. Again, obviously modded ships have more details just because there's mods, so they have more blocks to work with. But I've always been impressed when somebody can do detailed work on just vanilla builds, so this kind of surprised me that this wasn't a modded ship, because it had some intricate little hull designs, which I thought was cool. So this is... there you go. There's how you spell it. I keep wanting to say Hercules, but that's not spelled right, so I don't know. And there's a sensor here, but I don't know what it's supposed to be sensing. So we're just going to manually open and close these. Okay, we got an air vent here, which is kind of cool. I'm guessing... does this lead to the same thing on the other side? Yes, so there's landing pad 2. So it has two small landing pads for shuttles and other stuff, I guess. There is an escape pod in here somewhere, but the description actually advises to be very cautious with it because it can very easily break and tear the ship apart. So that's, you know, use at your own risk. This is the main bridge, I'm assuming, for the flight controls. So we've got weapon controls, spotlights, thrusters, no, that's turrets, main reactors, jump drives, left blast piston, left airtight door, right and right. Is there any other? Yep. Exterior connectors, hangar connectors, airtight doors, oxygen generators, tanks, escape pod connector, escape pod piston, SMI. Ah, there we go. Yeah, got it. So that's an antenna, batteries, and I think that looks like it'll probably be it. Alright. Whoops. Wrong button. Okay, so it looks like 6 through 9 is kind of our hangar doors we were talking about. So let's see if we can do without the camera freaking out. That would be awesome. Stop it. 6. So that's the bulkhead type thing, the blast door block, and then behind that is the airtight door for the actual ships. So we're going to put this back, and then we'll try and view it from inside the ship. So we're going to go down here. Okay, so this is the lower bridge. And from what the description said, the lower bridge is for, like, controlling a fleet. Now, With that said, I don't know how practical that is or how roleplay that is. My reason being a lot of this looks fairly similar to the upstairs one. Well, no, I can't say that because there's interior turrets, there's cameras, light controls, door controls, so it may not be exactly the same. Looks like this is far more utility-based of a function. So that's kind of cool. So we have turrets and everything all over, which is neat. What do these buttons do? Do they do anything? Interior lights, air vent, turrets, and secondary reactors. Okay. And then I guess we proceed down. So here's another controller with cryo bays, I guess. A couple of doors. Let's see where these go. Man, this place is actually kind of windy. Like, you wouldn't think there would be a whole lot going on inside the ship, but there's actually a lot of different little paths and things. It's kind of cool. This leads back around here, so this is some kind of like engineering code door, I guess, for being green. So here's a view of the guts. We've got... There is a catwalk thing down here, so I wonder if you can get to it. There's a door, so gyroscopes, batteries, there's the oxygen generators, it looks like, and the reactors. What we got here? Engine watch, lights, air vents, main reactors, secondary reactors. Cool. I'm guessing this leads out to those catwalks. That's my theory. We have a med bay. Oh, these are switched off. Yeah, there's the catwalk doors. Not sure why they're off, but I hesitate to turn them on. Now this, I'm guessing, will lead us more towards the hangar. In theory. Oh, there's the escape pod. Yeah, that's the escape pod one. I think. That's my guess. And here's your main hangar, which it has multiple connectors, and it said in the description it can hold up to like 10 fighters or something. So there's a couple, like, I know there's 3-4 connectors there. So if they were small enough fighters, you could do 8 just there. But I don't know. Oh wait, no, they're there. There's more. Okay. So it's designed for small fighters, not real big ones. Because you could do, I suppose, you could do 2 bigger, beefier fighters in here, maybe? And you just have 1 on each side. Or, if you had 1 small one connected to each connector, there's 6, 7, 8... So there's 8 on both sides, so I guess you could do, like, 16 fighters? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So I think, since we kind of came back around to the doors, I think that's about all there really is to show on this one. And I do apologize slightly. It's not too bad for the little dips in frame rate here and there. That's because that planet you saw earlier is floating out there and it's hitting my frames a little bit. But I did that because all of my builds this episode are on blueprints, and 2 of them were a planet, so I just did everything in one world. And because of that, this bigger one, it has the planet out there, which kind of cuts into my frames a little bit. So it wasn't too bad, though. It didn't get too crazy dropped or anything. We've had way worse before, so... so anyways, we're gonna wrap this one up, and let's move down to the planet and look at the next 2. Alrighty, and up next we have the MR1 E3 battle tank, I think? Maybe? I don't know, look at the description. I am just awful with names and remembering them. So this is actually a really cool, really cool tank. It is modless, barring the, the LCD screens, which has speed, acceleration, radar, and then information and all that kind of stuff. That's the only real mods that there are to the whole build, which is really cool. which surprised me actually, because this is probably one of the best looking tanks that I've seen, as far as most tanks are like, they kind of like try and resemble current tanks or something like that, and so they end up looking a little out of place. And this one is actually, it feels like something you could see making in your world to do stuff, which is pretty cool. It does have a connector. I think that's for reloading? I'm not entirely sure. You do have to take the handbrake off when you load the map, or load the blueprint, because when I loaded it, it just started rolling backwards and I couldn't get it to do anything. And this was my experiment to try and get it to run, so that wasn't there when we first loaded it in. It's also important to note, speaking of the map, you'll notice this is like a Mars-looking map, not Earth, like what we saw before in the last not video, but build. Well, I didn't really take into account the time it would take me to get to the surface of the planet, and then I realized I was in the dark side of the planet, and I didn't have sun rotation on, so it was just going to take forever to get to daylight. So I just loaded up an old one that was a cleared out Mars map. So that's why it might look a little weird. So we've got camera cannon, 2 batteries. I'm assuming it's for recharge. One's for like recharge on and off. Maybe it's just 2 different ones, I don't know. Reactor, connector, remote control for the turret, antenna, LCD screen controls, and that's pretty much it for the primary cockpit, which is this one. Now, let's see real quick. Okay. So I don't know. I don't exactly know which. I think it's 2 different batteries that you're turning on and off. Probably. Yeah. No. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Okay. The connector I should probably leave on, because I don't really know what it does. So, we have the LCD screens turned on. Let's do the remote control for the turret and go through its controls. We've got camera cannon, reloadable rocket launchers, Gatling cannon, advanced rotor, safety lock override on and off, turret rotor, and weapon, which is some kind of group. It's probably to fire all of them at once or something. Okay. So let's turn the turret control. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm moving. Why am I moving? Okay, now we're not moving. Take control of the turret. I guess I wish I could, like, get the view outside of that while controlling it, because I'd like to see what I'm doing that it's not working. I'm trying to see. I know that it has a connector, but I feel like that's for reloading. But I don't know why the turret won't rotate. Oh, that was weird. I think I broke something. I think something got detached. Yeah, I kind of feel like something is dislodged or something now. Stop it! Oh, I hate the camera. The camera always wants to pop back into the cockpit, and I'm trying to view it from the outside. Oh! I think I accidentally disconnected the, yeah, I jettisoned the rotor. I don't think I was supposed to do that. Alright, well, let's get a new one in here. Alrighty, so we've got a new one loaded in, which means we'll turn our screens on, get our camera moved. Let's go ahead and turn off the handbrake so that we can actually drive. Now, we're going to switch to this, get our camera mode. But I can't get it to turn, and I don't know why. It's like blocked. Rotor, maybe that's what I need to switch. No? That just turns it on? I don't understand this. That's so weird. What else is restricting it, I wonder? That's odd. I know there's a way to get it to turn, but it won't turn. It just refuses to do anything. And if I hit that 7 button, it like completely dislodges the whole thing. Safety lock override. Alright, let's turn that on and then do that. Okay, now I'm getting something, sort of. I think. If I could actually move my camera around, that would be cool to find out what's going on. Okay, what? There was something in the shadows that, like, got blown off. Yeah, so I don't understand how I'm supposed to get this to rotate properly. Because I'm doing something wrong. Maybe the connector is a thing? I wouldn't think it's a thing. Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't get it. But overall, let's see. Okay. I'm also not getting anything to fire. Oh wait, no, weapons have to be on, I guess. There we go. So that weapons is actually a activator. Okay. So pretty much we got everything down except the ability to rotate the thing, which is really weird. Because I really just don't see what's holding it in place. Or more importantly, I don't see a button to turn it off. That's the big thing. I can't find anything to like deactivate it to where I can actually move stuff. Maybe you're not supposed to, but that just seems anti-tank-like to not be able to move the turret, so I don't know. But I'm going to leave that up to better minds than mine. With that, we're running a little low on time, so we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, and last but not least, we have the SGG Planetary Command Center, I think is what it's called. Again, just check that. Just ignore whatever I say. I don't know. Probably shouldn't even bother bringing them up anymore. Just let everybody look in the descriptions. So anyways, this is actually a really cool idea that it's basically a planet on the ground version of like an aircraft carrier mobile base type thing, which is really neat. It was something I hadn't really thought of. You think aircraft carriers, I think like spaceships or water ships, but you never really think ground carriers. So this is a really cool idea to me. So you've got all the solar panels and stuff like that you can see on the side, and then you have a couple landing pads for fighter jets and stuff like that. I don't know what... Oh, this is the drill, because this actually has a really cool feature where it has a 3x3 drill that's on a hinge that you can basically drop it and it'll drill down wherever you're sitting on top of, which is kind of neat because you can move your base around and then, oh, I need more ores, here's an ore deposit, and you can just let a drill go down. It only goes down so far. It's not like one of those drones where you can just shoot it down to the core of the planet and bring it back up, but it is attached to the ship and everything, which is really cool. It looks like we've got smaller manual drilling ships here too, if you wanted to use them. Another neat feature, I don't know if it's attached to the crane of the drill or not, but I saw it in the screenshots, is that when you drill, wherever the drill ends up, maybe it's here, there's connectors that basically end up pulling all of the stuff that you're drilling up to it or something like that, which is a really neat idea, whatever's missing from the drill, I'm assuming. I could be wrong, it might just be to pick up debris and stuff on the ground, but that's how I interpreted the picture. So, I went up a little high there. Let's go this way. Okay, and this, I believe, is the main driver's seat. And we've got handbrake, emergency boosters, Pathfinder gyros. I'm not entirely sure what those do. Toggle brakes. This is landing gears, I believe, extend down and hold the ship in place or something like that. Lights for the base, programmable blocks. This is an interesting script. Basically, because there's small ships that are on the grid, in order to make sure that they're all locked in before you leave, it scans for any landing gears on the grid and automatically locks them, which I thought was cool. Front ramp, rotor stairs, and then I don't know what the wheelbase thing does. Toggle the rig tower, timer drill, timer retract, toggle brakes, conveyor sorter trash, turrets, exterior turrets, missile turrets, and lights. So all in all, really cool. It's got some neat features. So we're going to turn the handbrake off first of all, so I can actually get this thing away from the cliff. Everybody always does handbrakes like by default, and whenever I load in a blueprint of a driving ship, I always end up like rolling back on a... Wow, that's loud. That's kind of cool. I haven't heard some of the new planetary sound effects and stuff since they updated it, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, stop. Stop. Which is it? 4? There we go. Now, where did that... Oh, I hate the camera. They really need to fix that. There it is. Back right corner. I hate how the camera always tries to get inside the cockpit. I don't want it to do that. It should be more like spectator mode. So, as you can see, it drops like a e-brake on the back here where these two landing gears drop down and then lock onto the ground, which is cool. And we're going to turn the handbrake back on, so we shouldn't go anywhere now. So that's cool. And then we do have... I'm going to leave them off, but I was trying to... There they are. They do have atmospheric thrusters for a little bit of a kick. And you may have noticed these gyroscopes that are red right under the landing pads. I think that's those, and they're for emergency. I'm assuming they draw too much power, but will give you improved turning radius right off the bat for a few minutes. So we already have everything locked in. So let's do the front ramp, and then maybe the stairs and see what all's going on inside. Now this is the ramp. I don't know what stairs it's referring to, though, unless there's stairs leading to the outside or something. Oh, there it is. So that's cool. Alright, so let's poke around on the inside here and see what we can find, and then we'll go down there and check out some of that stuff. So we got our info readouts here as part of the bridge, which is a good place for that. Nice little window with an exterior catwalk entrance. Mission control and all. I think this leads back out to... Yeah, that's another ramp. Stuck. Thank you. Alright, so let's go down here. This leads out to your mining drones. Oh, and it walks out to the pads. That's cool. That comes back around, I guess, for maintenance or something? Possibly. Then we come back around. That's kind of cool. Is there any other... Yeah, here we go. Let's see where this one goes. I figured there would be a little bit more. So you have cryopods here and main cargo access. And then this leads out to the... I'm going to dub it the flight deck, but I'm not really sure exactly what it's supposed to be. Interior turrets, missile turrets, Gatling turrets, lights. Got it. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's welders under here. So I guess this is like the repair pad. You would land a ship here and then it would repair them, I'm guessing. Projector, platform increase. Oh! Projector, okay. So this might be actually then to, like, build more fighters. Or repair stuff, maybe. Piston, welders, projector. Let's turn the projector on and just see what its default is. Does that look like these? No, not really. So what is this? Where was the vertical increase? There we go. Let's see what we're working with here. Huh. That's kind of cool. So yeah, you could basically make your own little fighters. That's pretty neat. I like that idea. Alright, we'll turn that off for now. So that's pretty cool. That was unexpected. Wasn't really planning on that. I want to see also where this stairway goes, and then we'll check out the ramp area. So this would be like your ground entrance for picking up people or something, I guess, if they didn't want to use... Because that's one thing that I have heard from a lot of people that actually are playing in survival since Planets. Well, this is rig controls. Okay, stop drilling. It's, stairs? Top of stairs. There we go. Let's bring those back up. It's that you really don't want to be using your jetpack a whole lot in Planets, just because they take up a lot of energy, and I don't know if they run off of hydrogen now or not, but I know they take up a lot of whatever resource it is that they use. And so they kind of recommend that if you're planning on building ships that are going to be in a planet, that you really should build them non-jetpack friendly, so having retractable ramps and stuff like that to get up and down the ship is a really, really good idea. So then we have a viewing deck of the cargo, or not the cargo, the little rover area, so it's... I didn't really even look at that. It's got this little kind of like APC rover type thing, which is pretty cool. It is kind of in a weird spot, and it makes me wonder if it should have been hooked up to the connector and I punched a button or something and screwed it up. I don't know. So let's test out this drill, and then we'll probably wrap this up. I'm just gonna wing it, but I'm gonna go with rig tower and see what happens. Oh! Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. So, it's a stack of pistons, but the rotation point is actually at the head, so that it can stay all the way here in the back, but when it rotates down, it should be surface level. That's a really neat trick. I like that. That's pretty cool. I really like this idea. I'm not sure that I would have built it this big for me. Like if I was playing on survival, I don't know that I would need one this large, but I really do like that idea though. That's a cool structure. Alright, start drilling, stop drilling, or retract. So let's see what this does. Ooh, lights come on. Okay, do the pistons move on their own, or do I need to lower them? I can't tell. Okay, it is moving. So they just have the piston speed set really low, I guess. And I think I have terrain damage off on this world just to make things easier for showing off things and not breaking and destroying them. So it's probably not going to drill down anywhere. But still, that's a really, really cool idea. And then when we retract it, it should come back up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And these are all blast blocks, so the collisions don't break the thing, which is a good idea. And then the lights go off. That is really, really cool. Really cool. Alright, so I think we're going to wrap things up for this episode here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.